Hi, today we're going to continue our Shea Butter Moisture series by showing you how we use the Shea Butter mix on freshly washed hair. Today our hair model is going to be Crystal's youngest daughter, whose hair texture is pink for moisture retention, blue for shrinkage, and purple for density. So here we have freshly washed hair, and the first thing I like to do is sort of put a layer of oil over the entire head. Doesn't really matter what kind of oil you use. I believe in this video I was using olive oil. It could be extra virgin, whatever you like. Again, our philosophy here at Confident Girls is really use what you like and what you can afford, and all that other stuff doesn't really matter much. So here I'm using that shea butter mixture and applying it all over my younger daughter's hair. And notice that I'm constantly sort of pulling down, and the reason for that is because that helps to smooth out the hair and eliminate any excessive tangles. Next, I start by parting, and when I part, I use a wide tooth comb. You really want to avoid using combs with very small spaces in between the teeth, just because it's going to cause excessive pulling on the hair. And since this is a young child, try to have a video on or some other distraction, because it's really hard for them to sit still for long periods of time. So for this first round, depending on how impatient my daughter is at the moment, I will do a variety of styles. And since today she was a little antsy, I decided to part the hair into two sections and create two large flat twists. Now this is a great style when you're in a rush, because you can always go back later and add more parts to the one part that you have in the center. So with that part already in place that I put slightly off-centered, I'm using a little more of that shea butter mix to just gently pull down the hair and to separate any tangles. So the way that we detangle is just by separating the strands away from each other, and that's an amazing way to detangle the hair. So as you can see, the brush that I'm using is extremely soft, and depending on the texture of your daughter's hair, you may not need to even use a brush to smooth out the hair. But since her hair is extremely tightly curled, it's very hard to smooth out her hair without using a brush. So again, use the softest brush you can find. If it hurts when you rub it against your wrist, it is too hard. To start, take two small sections of hair in your left and right hands. Place the hair that is in your right or dominant hand over the section of hair you're holding in your left hand. Use any free fingers you have on your left or non-dominant hand to hold down the section of hair from your right hand. Now use your right hand to detangle and gather another section of hair. Repeat this process by placing that detangled section that's in your right hand over the section you're holding down with your left hand. Now, I'm going to show this again on the other side just to make sure that you got it. Again, use your left hand to hold down the hair as you work your way down your child's head. Use your right hand to detangle new sections of hair and bring them over the section of hair in your left hand. Once you get to the base of your child's hair, two-strand twist the hair to the end. You can leave the hair like this, or bring the two twists together for an even more protective style. This style is super easy, and I find it relatively simple to detangle later on. And like I said, you can always touch this up throughout the week, adding more parts if you choose. Hope this helps. Have a great week. Next time on Confident Girls Beautiful Curls, Crystal will continue her Shea Butter series by showing you how she touches up her younger daughter's hair in between washes.